Oh, hey, what's up? Psych. No one's here. 'Cause you're blocked.
Message, but it's lost in the void. Guess you dropped something I finally destroyed. No receipts, no trace, no digital noise. You're blocked, you're blocked. Can't text me, can't call me. You're blocked, you're blocked. Out of my world now, baby.
Hello, my beautiful bumblebees. Welcome back to my channel. I'm your host, Vic Mary, and if it's your first time here, welcome. For tonight's episode, I'm going to read the next poem in my ATG Diary, When She Was a Girl. In my last video, I read the poem When He Was a Boy, so you guys can go ahead and check it out after this one. It does flow better in order, but it is not required. After the poem, we'll get into some girl talk, where I ramble, vent, and talk a little bit about my own dating experiences. So if you guys want to go ahead and follow along, head over to accessibletravelguides.org and let's get it, let's go. Once you are here, click the other side of the map. This is where I keep my poems. And scroll. All right, so see, here's when he was a boy, and then here's when she was a girl. Okay, so when she was a girl, the girl who learned to please. Dear Bumblebee, when she was a girl, they told her be nice, smile through the pain, don't say it twice, don't talk too loud, don't take up space, keep your feelings small and your hair in place. She learned that love meant being sweet, even when someone walked on her feet. She said it's fine when it wasn't okay, just to keep the peace another day. She carried others, forgot herself, left her heart sitting on the shelf. She fixed, she mended, she stayed too long, thinking loyalty could right the wrong. By the time she grew, she was tired inside, a woman who smiled, but part of her died. She kept giving more, getting less in return, calling it love when it started to burn. Until one day she broke her rule and heard the whisper of her soul. You were never meant to beg for care. You've always been enough, just standing there. So she stopped explaining, stopped trying to prove, and found herself in her own groove. She learned that love should never demand you shrink yourself to fit their hand. Now she's soft, but she's not small. She's gentle, strong, and free through it all. Love me. All right, now it's time for some girl talk. Grab some tea, grab some coffee, whatever you like. But I'm about to open up my heart to you guys, so no judgment, okay? No judgment. This is a judgment-free zone, right? We learn from our mistakes and we do better next time. So let's get it. Let's go.
Yes, yes, let me live my life. Yes, yes, I wanna be free. Yes, yes, don't tell me what to do. Yes, yes, I am my own woman. I am my own woman.
All right, welcome to Girl Talk. I'm glad you made it. All right, so I want to talk about a few things. One, I don't plan on having kids, but I do have nieces, and when I look at them, I see the world that they're growing up in, and I just keep thinking we have to do better. Literally, there are too many girls that are taught to please before they're even taught to speak up. They're taught to be gentle, to be accommodating to everyone else's needs, to take care of others, and completely forget about themselves. And it starts early. When we're little, we literally hear things like, if he's mean to you, it means he likes you. I actually heard a friend say this to his niece once, and I snapped. Because that's how it begins, right? That one sentence teaches girls to mistake disrespect for affection. It teaches them to equate pain with love. It teaches them to stay when they should walk away. So, as for me, I stopped people pleasing for the most part after high school. For me, it showed up in friendships. I would overextend myself just to keep the peace and make other people feel comfortable. In romantic relationships, it didn't feel like a big issue at first. I dated here and there, but I never actually like lost myself until my first real long-term relationship. We were together for 5 years. In the beginning, things were fine, but once I fell in love and we moved in together, that changed. That's when I started losing myself, and his needs slowly became more important than mine. Let's just say I'm glad it's over and I chose not to marry him because that was the right decision. Like, I felt something in my bones, in my body, and I was like, it ain't it. It ain't it. It ain't it. So after that, I became more self aware in dating and more careful about who I let close. Because let's be honest, some people present one version of themselves and then hide the rest, right? You ever met someone like that? They pretend to be someone that they're not? Mm. All right. So after that relationship, I dated a guy who casually suggested I wear low cut dresses. And honestly, that irked me because I already love wearing dresses, right? That's my style. That's what I have. You look in my closet, that's literally almost all my clothes simply because it's literally easy to slip on and take off and get ready in the morning. So the fact that he asked me made me not want to wear them anymore because I I didn't want him thinking that I was doing it for him. Simple. Simple as that. It was like the moment he tried to claim it, I didn't want it anymore. So I literally told him straight up, don't tell me what to wear. I wore this because I want to. And yeah, it sounded blunt, but I didn't care because I meant it. I didn't care. So, those are the moments that men could literally use to build emotional connection. But they don't do that, right? They see it as she's being difficult, she'll get over it. And no, we don't. We remember those moments. It literally stays in the back of our mind. So even after that conversation, he kept doing it. He'd still bring it up. Like he either wasn't listening or didn't care or wanted a test for control. I don't know. But yeah, it was a trigger, and how a potential partner handles your triggers matters. But this is how I handled it after that conversation. Anytime he would bring it up again, I'd just say, I picked my outfit already, or I'd joke and say, suggestions are for boyfriend benefits, something like that, right? And here's the thing, there's a difference between context and control, right? If he had said, hey, I made dinner reservations, it's a formal place, so dress up, that would be fine. That's communication. That's about occasion, right? But saying, wear something nice for me feels different, right? Especially in the beginning. Like, who the fuck do you think you are? I barely know you. I literally barely know you, right? And if I like you, I'm already thinking about looking my best. So when someone makes that demand, it takes out the authenticity of it, right? They see it as innocent flirting. I see it as control. That's the kind of talk that should only come after we've built real rapport. Like when I can actually trust you that you're not trying to control me, right? Because it felt like my autonomy was being challenged. Like even though I already liked wearing low cut dresses, the moment he suggested it, the context changed. So what used to be my personal choice started to feel like an expectation. My self-expression was being directed. It wasn't about the clothes anymore. It was about agency. And I remember I remember getting dressed before seeing him, and I was in my head about it. Looking back, it kind of just it disgusts me because that in and of itself was a red flag, right? Yeah, so I'd bounce between thoughts like, no, I'm not gonna wear this just to please you. But then I'd think, wait, I'm not gonna let you stop me from enjoying my own style either, right? As I was like stuck between both. Like, I just wanted to make sure that my choices still belong to me. I wanted to know that what I did came from genuine desire, not pressure or subtle compliance, right? But After a few weeks, I just realized that guy wasn't for me. He was literally entitled and expected more than what he gave, so I just stayed away. I literally just, it wasn't it. It wasn't it. It wasn't it. So let's circle back. Remember that friend I mentioned earlier, the one who made the comment about his niece? Yeah. If he's mean to you, it means he likes you. Yeah. That same friend once told me his sister didn't want her daughter spending time alone with male relatives, and he got mad about it. He kept saying, "Oh, but it's family." I literally told him. I told him. And so what? Fathers, uncles, brothers, cousins, they can all be a threat. Just because he considers himself safe doesn't mean everyone else is, right? What he didn't understand is that women don't create boundaries out of paranoia. They create them out of experience and for safety, out of trauma. That's her way of protecting her daughter. He doesn't get a say in that. Women carry generations of fear in their bodies, fear that's dismissed, mocked, or labeled as overthinking. That fear came from somewhere. And if you ever had to live with it, you don't get to tell someone else how to manage it. His lack of self-awareness is the problem. So let's talk about it because that's what so many men don't realize. When they get defensive about women's boundaries, they make it about their ego instead of her safety. They take protection personally, as if it's an accusation, but it's not. It's literally survival. We've seen what happened when we stay quiet, right? We ignore our intuition. When we give people the benefit of the doubt after the first red flag, shit hits the fan. And that's what frustrates me the most is that most men believe that danger exists only when it touches them, right? When it's their sister, their girlfriend, their daughter. Until then, they just call us dramatic. They don't give a fuck. So that's what I mean by lack of self awareness. It's not that he's evil, it's just that he's so disconnected from women's reality that empathy doesn't even register. And that's dangerous too.
Yes, yes, don't tell me what to do. Yes, yes, I am my own